And as I say it, he just locks it in. No questions asked. He already hinted at it during his interview. Let's see if the Tram is going to get the best of this game again, because the Tram has definitely been a big game changer aside from the Priestess.
I'm just looking to see how these two sides size up to each other. And that said, here we have it, folks.
So here we have it. Afu spawning over at Graveyard, making his way to try to find the best possible survivor. ZB being the mercenary, not so much. Going to head on over to Corner House to try and snipe someone out. But I believe, yeah, it is Kukao that is over there. As long as he's able to find Zizai, that Priestess, before she's able to set her portals, I think it's going to be great. Detention will be a factor, as well as the late game has been accounted for Afu. And Afu, again, just a slow starter, but once he gets his momentum rolling, it is very dangerous for the survivors, and it seems like he will be committing towards that chase, towards Zizai. Just has to clean up the portals here, just checking again if anyone is in the area to try to hamper his chase.
Yeah, quite a bit of patience here coming in from Afu, in which case going the full commit onto this Priestess, knowing very well that this Priestess could be a problem if left unchecked. So definitely agree with the direction as far as that. Wow, transition towards the bottom though, and gets the first hit.
And also, just mind you, he has teleport, and he has used teleport so well in this map. Afu, again, trying to close the distance between these Priestess, starting things off at the Graveyard and ending up back here. Zizai making a lot of time with the progress of these ciphers. They're slowly being pushed, and I would say Zizai is doing a great job keeping him away from harassing these other ciphers. And look at that Owl. Excellent timing on that block, but the Sculptor hit was just timed so perfectly. Afu downed his first survivor.
Yes, and you know what? The great thing about this is that Afu can afford the seconds, the minute, rather the more than over a minute that he took to take down his first survivor into a rocket chair, because Prognus is just going to be a little bit more on the steady side as far as ciphers go for the survivors, since they do have the absence of a decoder. But then again, on the flip side, survivors definitely want to take it steady and easy with how they go about it.
Yeah, he is taking his time here, because the luxury, he was granted that luxury for him to just shift the priority to go save some survivors here, because two are currently decoding. Nice elbow pad by the mercenary, and an excellent body block for him to gain some distance for the rebound kite of Zizai. Cleans up the holy keys here. Zizai again remaining in the Graveyard area just to make sure that Afu doesn't make his presence felt during the other cipher progresses. So now again, Afu using his very well-placed sculptures to try and hamper the chase of Zizai, but Zizai doing a great job rotating in and out of the windows and using the holy keys to try and distance himself from Afu.
Yes, and the chase just continues. Just needs to land one more sculpture here, and unfortunately wasn't able to turn in time as Afu lines that up perfectly. It is back on the rocket chair for this Priestess, but take note, ladies and gentlemen, luckily there was a salvage before. Wait, no, actually,
no, it was after the half. Yeah, true. And you saw that Kukao was just trying to get in the area just to make sure that he'll be the one to be chased next, because he can be a great kiter. So again, very early down of that Priestess was very monumental for Afu in his momentum, but still 3 survivors left, and the mercenary as well as the forward can be a headache to chase. Seer, on the other hand, I think has to play main decoder because the Owl was already used, and teleport will be already popped. I believe it is ZB over at the second floor, again doing the same thing he was able to do, but when he chased the Priestess, but the elbow pads were be able to gain him some distance away. The Tram, again, be very careful. It is not wheelchair friendly, ladies and gentlemen. So the chase continues for Afu.
Yes, chase will indeed continue on, and let's go ahead and make sure to take note of the progress that we're seeing here on ciphers, because one way or another, even with the Priestess down, it's pretty decent considering the fact that these guys do not have decoder on the field. But still, there's going to be a lot more pressure this time around, since you do have less numbers to work with. But then again, Mercenary, Forward, and Seer, they are born to last long against the Hunter.
Yes, so again, he's trying to find the most optimal target. Kukao being so slippery, using that football, that football to gain some distance. The most optimal is the Seer, but we haven't seen him yet because he doesn't have that Owl to work with. The Mercenary, again, still has 2 elbow pads to try and transition into a better spot here to give his team a better chance to pop these Cyphers, and 1 Cypher remaining. They're working on a bunch just so they have options. Again, not like the Dream Witch where she can guard a lot. Here, they want to be able to spread the attention of Afu, but Afu having the teleport cooling down under 20 seconds would definitely be a different game if he's able to find the Seer or someone that does not have that much resources. Kukao, again, over at Corner House, still has a decent amount of football to work with. Still anyone's game, and it's a tug of war.
It is, and in all fairness, the great thing about this is that the rest of the survivors for GG still have a lot of fight, a lot of power in them. And ZB, just look at this, and pretty hefty distance established. But Afu, knowing what his priorities are, going to turn towards the Cypher just to try to hamper Kukao from getting away from him. But the interesting thing is that GG was heavily much well prepared for this, having another Cypher on the other side.
Oh, they go for the pop. Excellent bait on that hit, and they're pushing for the end game. Detention will be in the air for this team. The Mercenary will be spotted out. Excellent teleport, but then again, the Mercenary had an elbow pad to work with to gain some distance, so he's going to have to try to time these hits really well. They're going to the opposite exit of this map, and the Mercenary is trying to give his team as much time as possible. Afu going for that chisel once again. Kukao is probably one of the most decent targets because he is 1/4 hit. 445 is in the area just in case. Afu will be falling down, and now Kukao will be falling down, and now Afu is fully committing to this forward while the Mercenary is opening that exit gate.
Yes, oh man, look at this. Kukao doing a lot of work, but then again, this is what we know and expect of Kukao, but unfortunately not quite gonna work out, but still very well played out, as this will give the opportunity for both ZB and 445 to prepare for an exit towards the exit gate. Now, question is, are they gonna let Kukao left for dead, or are they potentially gonna go for the turn? No, they decide to play it safe. It will end in a 2-2 for
the builds. Let's see if he prioritizes the detention. Maybe he'll try to go for trump card if ever, but no, going with the guard 26. We did see shades of his guard 26 yesterday in Leo's memory. Did a lot of work, and now he's bringing him out again here in Eversleep,
and with much success as well. So
it was PPXIA in Leo's memory. So we've seen a blueprint of how he can hunt with this Bonbon. And here we have PPXIA again with the Bonbon. Did so much damage in Leo's memory. Does want to prefer the Bonbon in bigger maps, it seems. Saving that Sculptor. Let's see if this will merit a respect ban coming into the second match. But PPXIA carrying, wow, a very interesting Hunter trade. Not going for that detention, as well as trump card or confined space. So very interesting build. So again, apologies, I'm not really a Hunter main, but this is definitely going to be a chase that I'm looking forward to see, because he is trying to find the best target, which probably is that Seer, and YJJ seems to be the target that he's setting.
Yes, and just definitely want to take down those portals right away, not want it to be a problem. But yeah, quite a bit of terrain that PPXIA will have to traverse, in which case gonna spot out those wiggles, and luckily just finds Billy turning towards the right, and looks like we'll go full commit. But as he's continuing the chase, just gonna try to spot out what other ciphers are wiggling in the distance. Spots out one, just actually no, not one but two, but nonetheless that's just him gathering information as he continues to commit onto Billy.
Going for it. Oh, goes for the teleport right away. Quenching effect kicked in, and T going seeing T, which I believe is the Seer, going a graveyard now. Again, really tough because he does have that owl, so he definitely has to time his bomb hits really well with his regular hit to try and snuff out that owl. There we go. Got the owl out of there. Goes for the regular hit. Maximum damage. T is trying to find a better place to kite, and we're seeing PPXIA being so accurate with these bomb hits. Time bomb. Is he going to walk towards it? Not quite. Forcing him to go to the left side where he timed that regular bomb hit, and PPXIA has downed his first survivor in the 2-minute mark of this match.
Yes, and okay. That is a good start up. In which case, okay, that I held my breath a bit there. I thought the Travis is going to go all the way. We saw it in the interview earlier. It's a bit trickier when you're trying to account for a lot of things, whether you're hunter or survivor, and all of a sudden that anomaly of a tram just gets in on you. Luckily, no accidents happening just yet, for at least for today, guys.
Yep, YJJ now has to leave the Cypher, gets a little bit of a boost from jumping that window, goes for the save, but no Tide Turner because Broken Windows was in effect, gets the Priestess hit, but able to find a Holy Key. PPXIA now forced to enter that portal, but we are seeing some chain bomb hits. The Seer will be falling down once again. PPXIA is not done yet. He wants to down YJJ, double down for PPXIA.
Yes, and this is pretty good for PPXIA. A lot of options here to work with, and assuming that he could share the T in time, can even turn towards this Priestess as well, and not even need to worry about any slippery shenanigans that could come in unless we see a rescue coming in from the forward. But looks like we'll just play hardcore defense, knowing that SXY rather was already making his way to potentially go for the rescue. And looks like it's just full-on Rampart for this Bonbon.
Yep, this Bonbon is definitely showing the camping prowess that he bolsters. We are seeing a Cypher pop over at second story. The Priestess is out and about, but yep, the Seer will be expiring. Teleport will be a factor coming into this. And now we have to be able to find out who PPXIA will be going for next, trying to snipe out some survivors over at Corner House. Priestess will be the best target here, going for the global portal, able to have an exit here, luring PPXIA to the other side of the map while no survivors are there. You see that Billy, YJJ, and SXY are over on the other side, so PPXIA has to make the journey. He does have teleport yet, though, but he is saving it for probably the end game because there still are 3 Cyphers remaining. Some are being pushed, but not that close to completion just yet.
Yes, and oh man, Sky, rather SXY rather, keep on looking at it as a K instead of an X. Doing really well. There you go. Nice transition over, by the way. So PPXIA though trying to line up those bombs as correctly as possible, and inevitably though the bomb on the head will come in, but still SXY has a bit of to work with. Still has that 1/4, so just needs to dodge those bombs.
Yep, and he still has his 2 elbow pads to gain a lot of distance, and really the counter to these bombs, just not to even play Bonbon's game, just to get out of the range of these bombs. We are seeing a Cypher that is about to be popped, and SXY doing a great job using his dash, just so that he'll be able to get to a better area and not really exposing where everyone is at. Is heading towards Billy though, but Billy is still pretty far, so SXY going on over to the pallets to be able to utilize it for him to be able to kite as long as possible. But PPXIA hoping that he stays in range of his bombs. Oh, gets the time bomb hit, teleports right away, not wanting to waste any time, goes for YJJ, which is the Priestess. Will have to try to kite in these columns now. YJJ using that Holy Key just to get a little bit of distance, and 1 Cypher remaining. Still anyone's game. PPXIA knows that, puts a bomb at the second floor, was not able to get YJJ, so slippery, ducks down into the ground floor. This chase is taking a while, so the YJJ is buying so much time for the forward to be popping that Cypher.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, just another fall. PPXIA is just in total command of this game right now, and as I said, that's probably one of the best targets you can get right now. The Priestess actually, okay, just goes for the drop for now.
Yeah, I think he wants to defend the Cypher, so shifting priorities, not just to make sure that he'll be able to camp this Cypher really well. But you know what? XROCK has a lot of options when it comes to popping Cyphers, though.
That is actually very true, and not to mention a lot of options, all the manpower in the world to.
But teleport. Oh gosh, okay, so PPXIA again slowly chasing the forward, probably giving that false sense of security for someone to actually go for a Cypher, then he will pop that teleport, but he doesn't want to wait too long. You saw that the Priestess was popping a Cypher near the exit, and Billy transitioning over to the Corner House to try and buy so much time, and the teleport will be used. The Mercenary will be sniped out.
Yes, all that damage and doesn't waste any time whatsoever. Manages to down that mercenary and will just gladly take him over to the rocket chair.
Oh!
No, they do decide to pop the Cypher though, so they're gonna bank on just hopefully PPXIA being preoccupied enough with the mercenary, knowing that the teleport has already been exhausted.
Yeah, they might be going for a tie because, again, it's so dangerous trying to go for this save, and the mercenary will buy a lot of time, and they know that PPXIA will have to walk all the way to the exit, and it seems like you hit the nail on the head, Articuno. It is a 2-2. We're seeing a match number 3 between these two giants.